Good morning, children. We'll continue the lesson. I hope you might have read your story yesterday that we had learned. Okay, today we will continue the rest of the lessons. See that. You all must read your textbook at home. Okay, now we finished page up to 45 yesterday, and today we will continue the rest. Look at the just a short review. We were learning about whose story? Can you tell? We were learning about the Dolittle, and who was he? He was a veterinary doctor. And how did he treat the animals? In a loving way. And how do the animals feel about him? The animals, those are coming to him, they doesn't want to go back. They like to stay with him. Okay, and even when a organ grinder brought a monkey to him, he gave money to the organ grinder and took the monkey and called him a name called Chichi. Okay, now continue the rest. Another time, when the circus came to Puddleby, the crocodile, who had a bad toothache, underline that, escaped at night and came into the doctor's garden. Who came into the doctor's garden? A crocodile. Okay, what happened to the crocodile? He got a toothache. After the doctor treated him, the crocodile requested the doctor to let him stay in the nice house. He asked if he would sleep in the fish pond at the bottom of the garden and promised not to eat the fish. I know that, and you all know that if you will go near to a crocodile, what will happen? It will eat it. Okay, but here this crocodile, very tricky way, he was telling it, I will not kill any fish, or I will not eat any fish, and I will stay at the bottom of the pond. Okay, underline that sentence. He asked, what did he ask to the doctor? He wanted to sleep in the fish pond at the bottom of the garden and promised not to eat the fish. Underline that sentence. When the circus men came to take him back, he got so wild and savage. Savage, underline. Savage means violent, or he was shouting or forced to take the crocodile back to him, and even he frightened them away. But to everyone in the house, he was always gentle as a kitten. Okay, but in the doctor's house, the crocodile was very gentle, just like a kitten. But not everyone trusted the crocodile, because the crocodile's habit can change at any time. The old ladies grew afraid to send their lap dogs to Dr. Dolittle. And the farmers said that the crocodile might eat the lambs and sick cows. They sent to be cured. So the doctor asked the crocodile to go back to his circus. But he wept such big crocodile tears and begged so hard to be allowed to stay. The doctor had in the heart to turn him out. Okay. So when the crocodile stayed in the doctor's farm or in the house, the other animals, they were very scared, and even they did not like to send the animals to doctors for treatment. Why? They were afraid whether the crocodile will eat them or not. And the doctor even asked the crocodile to go back to his circus. But the crocodile said, it is very hard for me to go. So even the doctor allowed him to stay in the place where he was. Then the doctor's sisters came to him and said, John, you must send that creature away. Creature means crocodile or the animal. Okay? You must send the crocodile away. Who said that? Doctor's sister Sarah. The farmers and the old ladies are afraid to send their animals to you, just as we were beginning to be well off again. And Sarah also came and advised the doctor to send away the crocodile from the place. And she said, now we shall be ruined entirely. That means now because of this crocodile, many of the other animals are not coming for treatment to the doctor. And the doctor was not getting any money. That's why they became very poor and their all things were reduced. And the people started to ask the money for everything. And this is the last straw. I will no longer stay here if you do not send away that alligator. Okay? And also, Sarah said in a harsh voice to the doctor, if you are not sending the crocodile away from here, and I am not going to stay here. Alligator means a reptile. Okay? Then, it is not an alligator, said the doctor. It is a crocodile. I don't care what you call it, said his sister. It is a nasty thing to find under the bed. Okay, nasty means very bad or unpleasant. Underline the word nasty. Alligator, reptile. Ruined, reduced or collapsed. Okay? But he has promised me, the doctor answered, that he will not bite anyone. And the doctor again telling to Sarah that the crocodile had already promised me he will not bite or eat any other animals. He does not like the circus. I do not have the money to send him back to Africa where he comes from. He minds his own business and on the whole is very well behaved. I tell you, I will not have him around, said Sarah. If you do not send him away, I will leave this minute. And Sarah said, if you are not going to leave this crocodile from here, I am going away from here, she said. And just a minute. What was the reply of the doctor? All right, said the doctor. Go, it cannot be helped. And he went out into the garden. So Sarah Dolittle packed up her things and went off. And Sarah left the place. And the doctor was left all alone with his animal family. Okay. Now only the doctor was there with all his family. However, very soon the doctor was purer than he had ever been before. With all these mouths to fill and the house to look after and no money coming in to pay the bills, things began to look very difficult. But the doctor did not worry at all. So what happened? Now no other animals is coming for the treatment to his house or in the place where he was living it, and everything went collapse. And there was not enough food for them to eat, and also there was no money to pay the bills. The things began to look very difficult. But the doctor did not worry at all. He was not worried about all. And he said, money is a nuisance. Underline that. Money is a nuisance. Okay, what do you mean by that? It is a person or thing causing inconvenience. Okay, with the money, it is inconvenience. And we would all be better off it had been never invented. He said, if the money was not discovered, then we will be very happy. He was telling it. He was telling just like that. What does money matter? As long as we are happy. And he said, there is no matter about money if we are happy. But soon the animals began to get worried. And the owl Tutu, underline that. The owl Tutu figured out that there was only money enough left to last another week. If they each had one meal a day, no more. So, what did the owl say? He said, there is only enough money for 1 week or that lasts another week. That is also only a 1 meal a day and no more. Then the parrot said, I think we ought to do the housework ourselves. Underline that. The parrot said, I think we ought to do the housework ours. That means the parrot said, now we don't need to worry about that. There is no need of any servants. What we can do? We can do our housework by ourselves. Okay? And at least we can do that much. After all, it is for our sake, for our safe, that the old man finds himself so poor. Sake means preserve or safe. Underline that. So, it was agreed that the monkey Chi-Chi was to do the cooking and mending. Mending means repairing the works. The dog was to sweep the floors. The duck was to dust and make the beds. The owl Tutu was to keep the accounts, and Polynesia the parrot was to be the housekeeper and landress. Landress means the person who is cleaning the dress or washing the dress, because she was the oldest. Okay, now you understood. Now all the animals started to do their own homework or housework. They started to do it. All they had started to do their work in a proper way. Of course, at first they all found their new jobs very hard to do, but they soon got used to it. After a few days, they did the work so well that the doctor said his house had never been so tidy and neat, clean before. And the doctor also was very happy, and he said that now only the house is more neat and tidy. And then the animals made a vegetable and flower stall outside the garden gate and sold radish and roses to the people that passed by along the road. And also the animals made a vegetable and flower stall outside the garden gate, and they sold radish and roses to the people, those who were passing through it. But still they did not seem to make enough money to pay all the bills. Even when the parrot came to him and told him that the fishmonger would not give them any more fish. So again they had a problem about the fish. Fishmonger means the person who is bringing the fish. Okay. So when the parrot came to him and told him that the fishmonger would not give them any more fish. Underline that sentence. Then the doctor did not worry, and he said, never mind, swallow as the hens lay eggs and the cow gives milk, we will not starve. So, even if we don't have fish, we can depend on hens for eggs and the cows for milk, and we will not feel any hungry or starve. We don't need to starve. There are plenty of vegetables left in the garden. Winter is still a long way off. Do not fuss. And there is plenty of vegetables in the garden, and that one we can use it. But the snow came earlier than usual that year, and although the old horse howled in plenty of wood from the forest outside the town, so they could have a big fire in the kitchen. Most of the vegetables in the garden were gone, and the rest were covered with the snow, and many of the animals were really hungry. So the snow came earlier, and still the old horse collected plenty of wood from the forest and kept it there, and so they had a big fire there in the kitchen, so they got warmth themselves from the snowy reasons. Okay, and some of the animals were very hungry, but still these animals were very happy. Okay, and here you can see the textbook about the author Huff Lofting, an England-born civil engineer, published 9 books in the Dr. Dolittle series that are now considered classics of children's literature. As a soldier in the First World War, Lofting wrote numerous letters to his children, and it is in these letters that he introduced the character of the doctor to entertain his children. Okay, this is a very simple story, and even if you will read once, you can understand. There is no hard words or new words to learn. All simple words are there, and read the lesson again and again. Then we will go through the exercise one after the other, day by day. Okay, I just finished the true or false first, then we will stop it. Okay, write true or false. That is very simple. You can do it by yourself. The animals told their friends that there was a doctor in a big house with a small garden. Is it true or false? It is false, because it is a little house with a big garden. Okay. Then second sentence. The animals liked the doctor and his house very much. Yes, that is true. The crocodile ate the fish in the pond. Is it correct? No, false. Polynesia suggested that they do the housework themselves. Yes, that is true. The fishmonger gave them a regular supply of fish. No, false. Sorry. Do these answers by yourself. Okay, I'll repeat again the answers. First one false, second one true, third one false, fourth one true, fifth one false. Okay, that means you do it, and the exercise we will do one after the other, day by day. Okay, have a nice day.